calculate it is knowing that 10% is the year-on-year interest that you earn on your investment sufficient for you to conclude that yes, I earned this much on my investment back in 2020 or 2019 or year-on-year for that matter. Is it really sufficient? Hello everyone, this is Raisi and welcome to my channel, The Quest for Wealth. And in this video, we shall discuss and calculate how much exactly is our rate of return.
In this Excel calculation, we will truly understand what exactly is our take-home earnings. So then here we have got the comparison between Mr. Small and again Mr. Big. We have got an assumption that they have got a savings of $100 and the rate of return for Mr. Small is 3%. So we take the $100, multiply it at 3%. So then at the end of the year, Mr. Small would have earned $3 on his $100 return, $100 savings. Now, you have to remember that the government has to take its part of the pie. The government will not just let you go without the payment first. So then we take an assumption of an average 25% tax on Mr. Small, and the taxation is calculated on the earnings. It does not include the savings calculation. So the savings is not taxed, the earnings is taxed. So then we take the earnings of $3 and multiply it at 25%. And therefore, Mr. Small will pay 0.75 cents to the government on his $3 earning. And therefore, if we do this, we calculate the savings of Mr. Small plus the earnings of Mr. Small at 3% at the end of the year minus the taxation paid to the government is 102.25 cents. This is what he earns after taxation. But it doesn't end there yet again because we have got the term called inflation. Inflation is the increase of the cost of commodities over time, and therefore what it means is your $10 today is worth less than what it was worth 10 years ago. 10 years ago, with $10, you can definitely already buy a beautiful dinner on a semi-decent restaurant. But these days, $10 will not even take you to Hardee's or Burger King. So that's what you call inflation. So then with inflation, we shall calculate the inflation rate at 3.5, which is the average inflation rate. So then we take the savings of Mr. Small, which is $100, and then calculate the inflation rate of 3.5, and that is how much the inflation rate of Mr. Small is at $3.5. Now is we have to further reduce this net after tax against inflation because the value of your money is no longer the same. There you go. The actual take-home pay of Mr. Small is $98.75. Don't you think it's quite funny? Because Mr. Small invested $100. And at the end of it all, after the rate of return, after the taxation, after the inflation, he will take home $98, which is smaller, even smaller than what he invested. And therefore, he lost money here. Now, let us make a calculation on Mr. Big at $100, and the calculations are the same. The rate of return is slightly higher by 2%, so that's 5% here. So there you go, his earnings is $5. That needs to be taxed times 25%, so pretty much the same as Mr. Small. That's $1.25. So then the net government. So that's $103.75 is the take home after tax. And then we have to consider the inflation. And that is the cost of inflation. That's how much Mr. Big would have lost from his money because of inflation. Therefore, now this is what Mr. Big will take home. This is his actual rate of return or the value of his investments. He would have only earned 25 cents with a rate return of 5%. Therefore, Mr. Big or people who invest should earn more than 5% in order to beat inflation and taxation.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you gain value on the videos that I post, please consider liking it and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you gain value on the videos that I post, please consider liking it and subscribing.